Welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and if I cough, I apologize, but I'm just getting over what half our council has tonight, which is why a bunch of them are not here. Welcome to Woodbridge, best town around. Joining me tonight is 5th Ward Councilwoman Debbie Meehan, Councilman at Large Brian Small, 3rd Ward Councilman Corey Spiller, 4th Ward Councilman Jim Major, Councilwoman at Large Lisbeth De Jesus, and from our police force, Chief Law Enforcement Officer Roy Hoppick, Deputy Police Director Joe Niskey, and Director Bob Hubner. So our first order of business tonight is to honor the Woodbridge Police Department Police Officer of the Fourth Quarter, and that is Brian Vella. Brian, would you please step up? During the fourth quarter of 2015, please. You want to read this?
I have my glasses.
Oh, you have your glasses? Let me get my...
Where are we at? All right. Police Officer Brian Vella, 9-year veteran of the Woodbridge Police Department, assigned to the Radio Patrol Division, Squad 10, has demonstrated a commitment to policing, public safety, and law enforcement through the employment of proactive approach to policing to include patrol, traffic enforcement, and criminal investigation and arrest procedures. During the fourth quarter of 2015, Police Officer Brian Vella responded to 423 calls for service, conducted numerous motor vehicle enforcement actions to include the issuance of traffic enforcement summonses, self-initiated arrests of individuals on charges to include narcotics violations, violations of criminal and motor vehicle statutes, and outstanding warrants, and was responsible for the arrest of an individual on a charge of distribution of narcotics. And on October 13, 2015, while conducting assigned police responsibilities, Officer Vella responded to a report of a motor vehicle accident on L Avenue and Avenel, section of Woodbridge Township. Upon arrival at the scene, Police Officer Vella determined that the vehicle wedged between two parked vehicles with the engine running was fully engulfed in flames, and in conjunction with responding police officers, initiated emergency procedures to extinguish the fire and remove the driver from the vehicle. Police Officer Vella, Woodbridge Township Police Department, is recognized and honored before the members of the Woodbridge Police Department, peers, community, the mayor, and council. Congratulations. Thank you.
And now the Police Officer of the Year. I'd like to call up Police Officer Perry Penna. I'm going to try this with a lodge and see how it works. The same beginning as the other proclamation. During 2015, Police Officer Perry Penna initiated and/or responded to 2,084 police-involved call for service incidents and consistently led the Woodbridge Police Department in proactive traffic enforcement actions, issuance of motor vehicle summonses, DUI summonses, enforcement of outstanding arrest warrants, and arrests of defendants on violations of New Jersey criminal statutes. And whereas in January 2015, Police Officer Penna responded to a report of a motor vehicle theft which led to a criminal investigation, resulting in the arrest of multiple defendants on charges of possession of stolen motor vehicles, theft, possession of firearms, and eluding arrest. In June 2015, Police Officer Penna was instrumental in locating an endangered missing person with known emotional issues, brain trauma, and narcotic abuse, and in doing so saved the life of the person through the employment of Narcan. And whereas Police Officer Perry Penna, Woodbridge PD, is recognized and honored before fellow Woodbridge police officers, peers, community, and family for his dedication to duty and police professionalism, and is hereby named 2000 Police Officer of the Year. When you're the best officer of the year in the best police department in the state of New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, it says something. Congratulations, Perry. I want to thank Bob and Joe and Roy. This is something they started when they came in as police director, deputy director, and chief law enforcement officer. It's something I think is great. The men and women in our police force work hard every day. Every day I say they're the best police force in the state, and every day they prove me right. So it really is our privilege and honor to honor 4 every year, and then to pick one of those 4 and make them Officer of the Year. So congratulations again to Ryan Vella and to Perry Penna. And now we have our winners of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Essay Contest from 2016. The theme, Keep the Dream Alive. We have a winner from each of our 16 grammar schools, And we have one final winner who's going to come up and read her essay at the end. First, let me try to recognize all the principals we have here. School 20, Joe Massimino. School 24, Jill Osborne. School 27, Dr. Sam Fansera. We have Vinny Sacadato, who runs social studies. From 28, Bob Patton. Let's look around. You're only a teacher, Katie. Not only a teacher. I take that back. Patricia Fitzgerald from Port Reading School 9. Dr. Legrande from, new last name. That's it. From Avenel School 4 and 5. Sharon McGreevy from School 19. Barbara Baylog from Marby Street School 1. Kimberly Hahn from Oak Ridge Heights School 21. Where? Doctor, I'm promoting you. Margaret Trupa from School 19. June Pasculjan from School 23. Got it. That was not an easy one. You got a horrible last name to pronounce, and you're a brand new principal. So that was not easy. Anybody else that I miss? Where? 14. Oh, Ms. Worley from School 14, Ford Avenue School. Anybody else? I said Sharon. I got her.
18.
Huh?
You said 18, you said 19.
Oh, she was in 19. Come on, I got a cough. Come on. Give me a break. All right, so anyway, when I gave my State of the Township speech a couple of weeks ago, the one thing I said was that no matter how many kids, it's amazing. Every place I go to give proclamations to kids and certificates to kids, the teachers are always there and the principals are usually there. And I remarked about what a great school system we have when that's the case. And tonight, there's one kid from each school. One. There's 300 to 500 kids in every school. There's one honor tonight, and I just rattled off more than half of the 16 grammar school principals we have. So they're here tonight for one kid. That says a lot about them, and it just says what a great school district we have. So let's hear for our principals. And I apologize, but I don't know all of our 1,000 teachers. So if you're a teacher in the great Woodbridge school system and you're here for one of your students, please stand up. Or a paralegal, or a teacher's aide. Congratulations. Thanks for coming out. Okay, let's bring everybody up. We're going to ask you to stay up here with your proclamation so we can get a good group picture. Marby Street 1, Chloe Monsanto. Avenel Street, School 4 and 5, Kara Mitch. I'm not going to shake the kid's hand off for obvious reasons. From Port Reading School 9, Brian Castillo. From Ross Street School 11, Caroline Ruiz. Ford Avenue School 14, Isabella Gomez. From Indiana Avenue School 18, Lucialta Casamajor. School 19, Menlo Park. I caught it. School 19, Menlo Park Terrace, Kushi Patel. Claremont Avenue School 20, Rohan Jain. Congratulations. Oak Ridge Heights School 21, Emma Downs. Link Crest School 22, Drew Trevetti. Woodbine School 23, Lindsay Gustafson. Lafayette State School 25, Arya Shah. Robert Masonic School 26, Jada Harris. Is that Jada? Jada Harris. Pennsylvania Avenue School 27, Austin Minu. Matthew Jago School 28, Julia Scotto. And we didn't skip School 24, the overall winner from Kennedy Park School 24, Megan D'Souza. And do you have your essay? Where is it? Oh, can you get it? And I'm just going to say I can imagine the judging must have been very difficult to pick the winners of each school, and even harder to pick the winner from among all the schools. So you want to come up and read your essay if you don't mind? How's that?
Martin Luther King Jr. was a great person. Martin was born on January 15, 1929, during a time when blacks were treated like they were from a different planet. In 1953, he married Coretta Scott and later had 4 children. So who was he as a person? Dr. King was a man who fought for what is right. He didn't just sit there waiting for something to happen. MLK had a dream that one day people will be judged by their personality and nothing else. He changed everything. Without him, we would not be able to make friends with different cultures and races. After MLK, people saw the gift of differences in humans. Martin Luther King Jr. changed people's perspective of how to judge people. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, and I'm going to live it. I will live MLK's dream by not limiting people to their appearances, staying away from stereotypes, and not limiting my abilities to anyone's generalizations. You shouldn't leave the faucet running when someone forgot to shut it. So why should you watch something wrong happen and not do anything? Simple kindness is another great way. Just a smile or hello can turn someone's day from bad to good. Together we can live Dr. King's dream. MLK's dream was that everyone should be treated equally, and that means a lot. Equality comes from the word equal, which means the same. So now you tell me, do we treat others the same way we would like others to treat us? We may not always treat people the same, but we can learn to. If you don't know what equality means, just look at Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. inspires me. He once said, I have a dream that one day my 4 children will live in a nation where they will be judged not by their color of their skin, but by their character. So MLK inspires me, according to his dream, to treat others the way I want to be treated for who I am. MLK had a dream, and this is how he, with his dream, inspires me.
Congratulations. Would any of you like to say anything else about? I mean, you can't all read your essays. Anybody else have anything you want to say? Yes, go ahead.
I would like to thank my teacher, Miss Ogden, and my principal, Dr. Massimino, for all their support and the guidance that they gave me.
Oh, man. Oh, man. You just scored some major points, dude. Who taught you how to do that, man? You trying to get into politics or something? That, huh? Not prompted, yeah. I'm sure. Anybody else? We'll just pass the mic down. Anybody want to say anything? All too shy? How about anybody on this side? Yes, go ahead.
I would like to thank my parents for supporting me and encouraging me to do the best that I can.
Terrific. Now, can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a very difficult question. Being that you're African American, did it mean anything special to you to write about Martin Luther King Jr.? Tell me, if so, tell me why. That was a tough question.
Yeah, because I know that we, as African American, didn't always have the rights that we do now in the States. And
did your mom and dad teach you about him growing up?
A little bit.
Okay.
But I think that it's important because we
take your time.
I think that this is important to teach other people about this, because so they don't just take for granted what they have, and so they know what other people went through, so that they can have the freedom that they have.
Wow, nice. Very nice. Very nice. Anybody else? Sarah? I put you on the spot, but you looked like you could handle it, and you did a very good job.
I like to thank my family for always believing in me, and I like to thank my principal and my teacher, Ms. Ziegler, for reaching me here and that I'm standing here right now.
All right. Kara, you say that? No? No? Anybody else? All right. We're also joined, by the way, by Councilman Rick Delina, 2nd Ward Councilman. He's acting council president tonight. Nancy's out with the flu, Kyle's out with the flu, and Greg's on business, so we're down to 6 tonight.
Please stand for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence, remembering all our men and women in the armed forces protecting our freedom and our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Notice the requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger published the annual notice on December 18, 2015. Should be noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Anderson, Councilwoman De Jesus.
Here.
Councilman Ficarra, Councilman Major.
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan.
Here.
Councilman Small.
Here.
Councilman Spiller.
Here.
Vice President Delina.
Here.
And President Drum. Okay, Mr. President, if I can get a motion to approve the regular and work session minutes from February 2nd, 2016.
Motion. Second.
Motion made and seconded.
Any comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We will take second reading ordinances listed A, B, and C, beginning with letter A, which is an amendment to section 7-39 of the revised ordinances regarding parking. This specifically will designate a parking space for a police vehicle at our 3 high schools and also Woodbridge Center Mall and the community center. Can I get a motion that the ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any comments or questions from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter A only. Seeing no comment, can I get a motion that the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any comments or questions from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter B is an ordinance adopting the Broadway Avenue, Nielsen Street redevelopment plan. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter B only. Seeing no comment, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter C is an ordinance adopting the Route 1 Area 18 redevelopment plan. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter C only. Seeing nobody for any comment, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letters D, E, F, G, H, and I are all first reading ordinances. Can I get a motion by consent that all these ordinances be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune on February 19, 2016, with the notice of public hearing to be held on March 1st, 2016 at 7 p.m.?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And Mr. President, we have 24 resolutions. If I can have a motion to approve them by consent.
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? 1 through 24. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, at this time we'll go to the public portion of the meeting. I ask that if you have anything you want to speak about, please go to the mic, state your name and your address, and there is a 5-minute limit.
Mr. President, I see nobody approaching the microphone. Can I get a motion to close the public portion of the meeting?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay, at this time we'll go to our agendas, and I'll go right straight to my agenda. I just have one thing to announce, and that is the Brunswick Avenue visioning. Last week, several business owners, matter of fact, I think 8 of them, had gotten together for a meeting to discuss things that would benefit the businesses and also the people that would do shopping on New Brunswick Avenue and Fords. And Councilwoman Meehan was there to help out since she's been involved with Inman Avenue in Colonia, and went very well. So it was good. The attendance was at that number. Hopefully we get some more business people involved. And the next meeting is scheduled. Is it scheduled yet?
I believe it's in 2 weeks.
Okay, in 2 weeks.
I'm not sure the exact.
Okay. If you are interested in getting involved, you could also call the mayor's office and ask about when the meeting might be, and if it is before or after we're going to have our next council meeting, we'll announce it. But you could also call up the mayor's office to find out. And that's all I have. I'll also just like to commend the Public Works Department once again. Did a great job with the weather, the storms that we've been having, as usual. And I know as a traveler, I travel to Piscataway, and once I leave the Woodbridge Township area, the roads are horrendous. So once again, good job by the Public Works Department, Mr. Henry. And at this time, we'll go to Councilman Major.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order this evening. I just have one announcement. Over in the Menlo Park Terrace section, the new Fortunoff's Backyard store over on Route 1 has opened up. Big improvement from what was there before. I encourage everybody to get out there and check it out. That's all I have this evening, Councilman.
Okay, before I go to Councilman Meehan, I'd just like to announce that former 3rd Ward Councilman George Yates has passed away, and please remember him in your prayers and thoughts and his family. Councilwoman Meehan.
Thank you. My agenda is in order tonight. I just have a couple announcements. I just want to thank everyone that came out for our Taste of Colonia. It was a huge success. We had about 300 people there. We collected a lot of food for the food banks, and we raised a nice amount of money to be donated. I believe next week we're going to donate that over to the township in Peter, Barcelona. We have a couple events coming up. On March 6th, J.J. Biddings will be holding a Chili Fest. That will be from 12 to 2. It'll be over at J.J. Biddings. It's a great event. Come out and taste all our local people and their chili. The money's going to go to Keith DiGiuseppe, who is from Colonia, who passed away recently, leaving behind a young daughter and a wife. And we really appreciate you come out for that. And then after that, we're doing another dinner for him in his honor, also at the Spaghetti at the Colonia Fire Department. And that'll be the same day, and that'll be 1 to 6. So after you're done with your chili, come on over and have some spaghetti and help us. And I also thank the council for passing the resolution in honor of Keith. We will be naming a field over at Colonia Middle School after him. So I appreciate your support on that. And also, Director Hubner, I just want to thank you and the police department. We've had some issues on a certain block in Colonia, and they've really helped us out. And since the problem has been resolved, so I just want to thank you for that, and that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Okay, also, I don't know if there is anyone in the audience tonight for the liquor license hearing that was scheduled for tonight. It has been canceled, so if you're here for that, it has been canceled. Okay? Councilwoman De Jesus.
Thank you. Item number 6, Police Community Relations. On Thursday, February 18th, they will be starting a new semester of the Police Interaction Program at Woodbridge High School. On Friday, February 19th, Detective Sina will be going to School 4 and 5, School 23, and School 25 to read to various classrooms. On Wednesday, February 24th, they will be starting the new semester of the Police Interaction Program at Colonia High School. And they will also be going on that day to Ross Street School along with Captain Hoppick to read Dr. Seuss books to the children. And on Thursday, February 25th, they will be giving a SCAM presentation at Boscov's at the Woodbridge Mall. I would like to congratulate Police Officer of the Quarter, Brian Bella, and Police Officer of the Year 2015, Perry Penna. Item number 10, Barron Arts Center, on Friday, February 26th at 8 o'clock, Framework Acoustic Jazz Ensemble will perform. Reservations are required, so please call 732-634-0413. And on Friday, March 11th, the Sean Harkness concert will kick off the new Grant concert series titled New Jersey Guitar Experiences in Music and Art. Again, reservations are required, so please call 732-634-0413. And there is a $5 donation suggested for all the concerts. One other thing, the Woodbridge Health Department will have a free rabies clinic and microchipping on February 22nd and February 24th. From 6 p.m. to 7 is the rabies clinic, and from 7 to 8 is the microchip. All dogs and cats 5 months or older must have a license with the Township of Woodbridge and be inoculated. Please bring your license, your proof of prior year of rabies, inoculation and spaying, neutering certificate. Again, that's on February 22nd, February 24th, from 6 to 7, the rabies clinic, and from 7 to 8 to get your microchips. Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Spiller.
Thank you, Council Vice President. Item number 5, recent upgrades were completed at Avenel Middle School. 2 new curtains were installed to partition off the gym, and 2 new scoreboards were installed. Sammy, if you could just pan in, I want to show pictures of it. Not the average person doesn't really get to get inside Avenel Middle too much. So what you see is the one I'm holding up here is the new version. You'll see the brand new scoreboard that's sponsored by Merrill Park Baseball League. And just below that is the new bleachers that were installed. And this one is the old one, the old scoreboard, the old wooden style bleachers. So you can obviously see it's quite an improvement. And also this is the curtain that was installed. There's 2 curtains installed inside the gym. It partitions it into 3 different areas. So at numerous times you can play basketball, volleyball, recreational activities. That along with the new floor that was installed, as well as, I'm missing something, the scoreboards, the gym, the curtains, the bleachers, and the bleachers pretty much has made it a state-of-the-art gymnasium. You could hold all other items, please, Mr. Mitch. Just 2 announcements. Township historian Brenda Velasco invites you to the Old Neighborhood, celebrating Woodbridge heritage down Memory Lane, Port Reading, on Sunday, March 6, 2016, from 2 to 3 at the Barron Arts Center. Mrs. Velasco will lead a group interview with longtime Port Reading residents Albina D'Alessio, Joseph DiMarino, Vincent Martino, and Marianne Rizzo Jasper. Each person will be asked to share their recollections of growing up in Port Reading in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Light refreshments will be served. For seating information or any other questions, you can call and leave a message at 732-634-4500, extension 2126, or you can email at WTHPC1669@hotmail.com, as seating is limited. One last announcement. Fish Fry Fridays are back at the Avenel St. Andrew's Knights of Columbus every Friday during Lent, except Good Friday. Baked or fried cod dinners will be served between 4:30 and 7:30, along with side dishes. Takeout is available. The Avenel Knights of Columbus is located at 109 Morrissey Avenue in Avenel. That's it, Mr. Vice President.
Councilman Small.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. My agenda is in order tonight. Just one announcement. Port Reading First Aid Squad received delivery of their 2 new much-needed ambulances. They're being transitioned over now with radio and equipment, and they should be in service within the next 2 weeks. Happy to report. Thank you.
Mr. Mitch.
Thank you, Mr. President. Under number 1, letters A and C, I'm continuing to work with the Police Department on liquor license transfers. Item B, we're working with the state on a consolidated background. 2 you can hold. I will note, though, you were supposed to have a public hearing this evening on a liquor license matter. However, we successfully concluded that tonight with a suspension for 30 days of a liquor license. That'll take effect this month. 3, if you can note on your calendars, for May the 12th, we'll have our annual retail licensing meeting with all liquor license owners to be present. 4 through 8 are just standard items. That's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Go to Administration, Mr. Landolfi.
Thank you, Council Vice President. I have a few items this evening. The first is, as you're aware, we're doing significant upgrades to all the public facilities. So the public facilities at all of our high schools, and including synthetic turf installation of additional synthetic turf fields. We phased that design, so we're going to ask you at the next meeting to approve the phase 2 and final design of those synthetic turf field designs. We're also going to request authorization to sell our SREX solar renewable energy credits. We have solar panels on several of our facilities. You can bank those energy credits, those renewable energy credits, for a period of time. We have a consultant who advises us on the market conditions. He has advised us TV Technologies, that he thinks it's the market's good right now and is looking to go out to sale within the next 30 days on those credits. We also have a resolution authorizing the Middlesex County Pre-Disaster Mitigation Plan, a couple of housekeeping items, refund of tax court judgments, sewer overpayment, and tax overpayment. Resolution authorizing execution of a road widening easement with the County of Middlesex, that's over in Fords. An ordinance amendment to Chapter 24 Fire Prevention. What that would really do is permit our fire prevention bureaus to go out and cite private contractors who plow, shut, or close fire hydrants on private property. We have a lot of that in the last large storm in some of the strip malls and other private places, privately owned property. That would enable our Fire Prevention Bureau to go out and enforce that. A couple of bids, a new ice resurfacing machine. Vito's not here tonight. He's very happy. A forestry truck, and an insulated track drive lift. One item that's not on my agenda that I'd just like to take a moment with is an appraisal of Stern Towers. We've talked about our joint participation with the Housing Authority in the RAD program, Rental Assistance Demonstration Program. Part of that program is the reconstruction of Stern Towers. Part of that process will require that we appraise the facility. So we are going to, because we are jointly participating in it with the Housing Authority, we're going to request that you authorize that appraisal at the next meeting. That's all I have on my agenda. In addition to that, and Mr. Simbaluk, I should say, was delayed by weather this evening. He had a plane that he was scheduled to catch yesterday. He delayed it. He was going to catch it earlier today. It was delayed a second time. So he tried very hard to make it this evening, but it didn't get back. Under his agenda, we will have a donation from the Mayor's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports, and that would be a resolution we'd ask you for next meeting. That's all I have, Council Vice President.
Okay, we'll go to Director Hubner.
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Green.
I have nothing tonight either. Thank you, Council Vice President.
Okay, we'll go to Ms. Leskey.
Thank you, Council Vice President. Nothing this evening.
Wow. Well, that's coming down to you, Mr. Henry.
Thank you, Council Vice President. I have one item, agreement with prevention specialists for our DOT testing. That's for our alcohol and drug testing of our employees with CDL licenses.
17.
Nothing this evening, Council.
Motion? Second.
Adjourn.